Yes. Anyone who think that both political party are love police, they're drunk. And nobody never love the police. Police are the most hated people in Jamaica by far. And that won't stop. The reason why they compensate the judges, with this astronomical amount of money is because them say they want to minimize corruption within the judiciary. Nobody never care about the police to bring the police up to first world standard. Number one, and I say it, and labor right vex with me, and you see, the thing is that you see the mindset of our people and why we not get better, and it's this crabbing barrel thing, and everybody when it comes down to time, people in them corner and people cannot think critically because their party are, you understand, that's all Jamaicans think. I don't think in that way. I think broadly, you understand. And one of the biggest problem is that I stated it in early before the wage increase where them claims that they give the police. When I calculated the US currency with the current pay when I was a constable back in the 80s, baby cup and all them, all the way a batchman. That one batchman, man, baby cup we are squaddy. And when I converted to today's day, it's the same 12,000 odd US dollar for the year. So when I tell police officers to leave the work, it's not, I am not saying it because I hate Jamaica. It's because of how both political parties treat the police. So for the past 35 years, the CMP I was getting in 1988 is the CMP a police are getting at, as a constable I get in at 2023. What's the sense of you working? When I explained and I told the young police officers that come the 1st of January every year, my pay increase. When you do the calculation, my pay increase for the year by $5,000. By the time the year when I joined the agency where I'm at, it increased again, and that is over close to $6,000. So for the year, for 1 year, where I am working right now, I am getting a constable full year's pay plus my other salary that I increase that are close to that's a 12,000 US per year. Why wouldn't I want a job like that for one of my colleagues or somebody who's in the service of Jamaica? Why you don't want to risk your life? And number one, I am not risking my life anymore. You understand? Because I had done my stint and finished what I have done, and them send me to school, let me get educated and all kind of things. So why wouldn't I want the same life for a young man? That's why the Jamaica Young Police Channel start to help the young police officers. And my channel have nothing to do with any politics. The only thing is that I will just always gonna speak the truth, whether it's at the PMP or the GLP, LGBTQ plus party. You understand? And if you notice, no one can say that I am not a fan of this the current GLP government or the party period. Because they are nothing near to Edward Siaga. Because Edward Siaga is a man who loved the police. When we were police officers, he had never signed any law that criminalized the police. We were royalty when that man was prime minister. Even if a policeman is suspected of committing certain crimes, if the evidence is not right there, he cannot be arrested. But this PA thing, you know, I didn't expect anything better from them. And those who say that all the government said they never have any money to pay the police. But idea, let me tell you this. If you know an honest politician, show me one. I don't know no politician that is honest. Politicians are notoriously liars, no matter how which side. I always remember that. So anyone who wants to have any faith in politicians, something is definitely wrong with you. You understand? I have never had any faith I don't have any faith in these people. You have to remember that it's both of them, you know. Both of them, both political party are enemies of the police. Remember, you know, it's from 90. You see a man where most police hate, you know, Edward Sierra, you know. It's Edward Sierra from 1994 why we don't have the Indicom Act. And police still hate him. And you understand? There's no other police department in the world where them give once you become a police, you give up all of your constitutional rights. And we just have a criminal system in Jamaica. And that's what I try to highlight for sure, because we want to change the mindset of the people and the police. And you know, police are an extension of the society in which criminality is normal, normalized by some of our members present and past, and people want to say, boy, let's make it, forget it and move on because it happened already. We don't want it to happen again. The spear thing is just sad. Really, really sad. It's sad. But if you're expecting it better and you're surprised, why sorry for those who are surprised about the increase in wage. But these people you have to remember, and let me remind you again. Remember, let me teach them, most people sleep on them thing there and them not read. Remember, that this is the same Prime Minister, Andrew Willis, and I know the Labour are going to vex because them not still like the PNP where we attack me, Remember, Andrew Willis is the Prime Minister, who apologized to the Coral Gardens, Rastas them, for what happened. When the same Rasta them, killed 2 police officers and seriously injured 1. And he apologizes to them and gave them reparation. The policeman who survived from the Coral Gardens incident that died last year, he never went and visited them. Babsy Granger did not say, we're going to look for this patriot. It's the criminals who killed the 2 police officers and burned down the gas station and all kind of things. They are the ones the Prime Minister apologized to. They are the ones who got reparation. The policeman who was defending the state and the people of Jamaica, he died last year. Nobody talk about him. And as Jamaicans, we allow these people to continue repeating the lies about this massacre when it wasn't. And you never hear the same people them talk about the police officers who were killed and the men that were tried and convicted and hung by Bustamante. So that's why I tell you people that Andrew Holness is Michael Manley 2.0. That's why the PNP cannot manage him because he took away their policies. So they don't have any argument. Another thing too, let me show you why all of you think that these people care about police. All of you people are naive. Remember the Tivoli Gardens incursion. It's coming up, and I start a series on it. You understand? Remember that these people, they said that they would God first and Dudus next. They would die for Dudus. So they don't care about law and order. And remember that they killed. Yes, and I remember Baby Cap, I saw Baby Caps testifying that, and I see, you're emotional and you understand. I have never experienced what you experienced, having your colleague die beside you. You understand? Fortunate for me, I have never experienced any of my colleagues being killed in my presence. I have close friends who are in the police force who were killed, but not in my presence. No police never get killed in my presence. Police get seriously injured. Kirk Power, get 5 shots in the left side and chest. Me, Rock Stephen, and Bobby Williams. And Bobby, we send me and Bobby take up Palmer, apply pressure to him wounds and the left side of his chest, centimeters from his heart. And place him in the back of the car. Me and Bobby run down the board. Few over a mile in a swamp and we take out 1 and you understand. That was the last man and not the man. Remember after the inquiry with the Tivoli debacle. And that's why they love Jamaicans, because Jamaican people have sharp memory and short attention span like goldfishes. After the Tivoli incursion and they had the public inquiry, Don't think that the PNP did the inquiry, because they love police. They did it because they want political mileage. And in the long run, what they did, who got the blame? It was the police and the military who got the blame by the man from Barbados. Because look, if you bring your enemy to come into your house, you think your enemy, when your enemy is leaving, your enemy is going to, talk good thing about you. You're going to try to say all the bad things. So you bring a man from Barbados to come and do the inquiry, and most of the time he was there, he was sleeping. These are people who are jealous of Jamaicans, all our neighbors, because Jamaicans are outstanding people. Anywhere in the world we are more recognizable than any other people from the Caribbean because of music, criminality, and all kind of things. Whether or not you want to believe it, criminality and art, because Jamaicans just do everything different. After they are chastised the police and everything, who did the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, came out and apologized to? It's the people of Tivoli Gardens. Never, he never make any statement towards the police officers who were killed. Brother-in-law, that's him used to the eradication, that was killed there with Baby Cup and all those things. And the other, I don't remember the other policeman's name. And those people, they got reparation. At any time you hear the Prime Minister said anything good about the police officers or the police force, when that happened, after the inquiry, and when he, they make sure both political party, PNP and GLP, PNP LGBTQ plus senators and member of parliament, they make sure all the people in Tivoli Gardens get reparation for what happened. Not even a thank you to the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force. So what else do you people expect? You expect that these people are going to love you guys? Come on, man. You have to wise up. That's why we do what we do at the Jamaica Young Police Channel for our colleagues. If this Prime Minister if this Prime Minister and the opposition leader, if they had loved police, Jamaica right now is more violent than any other time. Remember us as young police in the 80s, when you graduate, you was even afraid of your life. That's why you're a thief for the agleg, for protect yourself when you go home. You understand? And imagine now, where every third man on the street have a legal gun, and the Prime Minister don't see it fit, or the Minister, or the Commissioner of Police, every young police officer who wants to keep and carry gun to go home to protect themselves. Because them say most of police, the young police who are joining the police force, are criminal minded. Who cause that? It's the same system. The reason why some of us have morals, even from my time, in which most people, when I say morals, I'm talking about respect for the rule of law. I believe police to make money. We're not supposed to go out there and rob people and extort people. That is just my philosophy, and that's why a lot of police don't like me. This PA thing, I am not surprised at it. From I see the judge, I'm get the big icon all them thing. That wasn't any surprise to me. I did not expect the government to do any better for the police force. And what they have done for themselves, it is expected. Remember, the first thing when Michael Mann did, when he came into power in 1989, is to increase politician wages by 250%. Never seen of any other people within politics or within government to receive that astronomical amount of increase in their pay. Police to date, the only time police ever get a good wage increase is when, because we had men like, Sir Dudley Bryan, James Swabs were involved, and Hugh Shearer and other people. And that's the first time in our life as police officers we got a good increase. Yes, I remember it, because when I got the increase, I could buy a fridge, table, a new stove, and you can go out and still have money leave. At the time, it was like police hit the jackpot. And from then, never again. Nobody don't like the police. The police are the ones who are the ones who would, do all the dirty work for these people. And they love you when you're dirty. And you guys soon hear that. Why a police officer as yours truly, why I wasn't favored. You understand? When I was at Unsby, um, a policeman took me to a meeting in which some people wanted to pay us 50,000 US to escort some vehicle to go on the wharf in the night. So I started to question what were in the vehicle. They did not want to disclose that. They just want my presence, our presence, just to take him on it. And I told him, I said, no, sir. That was 1994. I told him that 50,000 are a whole heap of money. Why you want to give me so much money to go down to the wharf to escort what you want to escort? What is it? Is it nuclear weapon? Boy, I asked too much question. I'm asking too many questions. So, and I told him that I am not into them thing because that is even more than my pay for the year. And it could not be anything good that you want me to escort. And I got up out of him. I told him, no, I am not into it. The detective that I went there with, the man, was that he can't believe that I turned out so much money. 50,000 in 1994, a whole heap of money. And he asked me why I turned it down. I told him that I just can't do it because I know that it's nothing good. Because even when I told him, I said, look, all I have to do is do it in the day then and get traffic police so them can use them siren and patrol people. But no, they want to do it at night. So have to be some form of illicit things that they want to transport to go down to the wharf. And I refused. Policeman said that I was an idiot because look how I mash up the thing. I told him no, I said to find somebody else and don't get me involved. So those are the things why police never like me. I just can't see myself intertwined and doing some things. Police make money. There's so many ways for police to make money. But you have to remember again, all the things that police used to make money with, it was done under the PNP government and they dismantled by Owen Ellington, where you have to ask permission. Because sometimes I used to have my own little contract them out there, sometimes I would do even dances, stage show, and I in charge of the security and everybody will work with me get a good, me treat them fair. If a 3 hour go, I may get 15,000. Me no take no eat and get and split. Me make sure say, hey, this is what me I get. Everybody get their share. So that's why nobody no complain. As I have never seen myself superior to an next person. That money is only of this world. That's how me look at it. So because of that, now people say me naive and them thing there, and me no want to get rich. No, me just want to. The most important thing is my character and my credibility. You understand? So what happened, gentle people? Don't be surprised at it, man. If you look at it, the history of these people, the last time police getting a substantial increase in wages was 1994. You're not going to live to see that again. So that's why I keep telling the young police officers them, hey, leave the police force. That's all they have to do. You understand? So who don't want to leave and stay there and you're supposed to be a papa. Don't think that this government is there and this prime minister like police. I know when I say that some people, who I am who I, converse with them eat that and them thing. But I just have to say it from my perspective, from what I have seen. I know that Mark, I know say the PNP period, them hate police with a passion. You know, have to tell me that. Everything that benefit the police, them take it away, they took it away from the police. Them hate the police. And yet still, to show you that both of them are enemies of the police. Look, FLA and IFES over 10,000 gun license to convicted criminals, drug dealers. Look at even Jack Euro went to prison for rape, and he used a gun to rape a woman, and he was able to get a firearm, a convicted criminal, because he have money. when the police was issuing the firearm license in Jamaica, they have never issued a single convicted person or deportee a license firearm. But yet still is the police force corrupt. And a lot of police run with it. So yes, the police force is corrupt more than the government. And the reason why the police force is corrupt because they corrupted. If you are not allowing yourself to be corrupted, nobody can corrupt you. And that's how it is. So the increase of wages by the politicians, they are the ones who are in charge of the purse. So just do what they can. You don't hear the PMP inside of the parliament. Just to show you the hypocrisy. You don't hear Mark Golding say, hey, look here. For sure, say them love poor people and them they are fiscally responsible. You don't hear Mark Golding and the other PMP them in the parliament say, look here, we don't want to raise the pay because we don't have it. All of them take it. And you saw, I show them, I like 3 card man now. So the brother now when him, Dayton Campbell, and I see him come out and say, oh, why them shouldn't raise it, PMP, we against the increase and all them things. That is easy enough, say. The same PMP them in the parliament, them glad to take the increase, them complain, but the PMP party itself, outside of the people them in the parliament, is denouncing it. So you see the hypocrisy. Him should not be saying anything, as opposed to the people them in the parliament, the Lisa Annas, the Mark Goldings, and the others, and they are the one who's supposed to be saying denounce the increase, but they're not doing it because all of them they're in the same chair. Them live in the same house. So what do you expect? I just say, Virgin. You understand? Blessed love.